Nadia.
Yeah, she was tiny too.
Why do you care so much about success? Have you figured that out?
I'm just addicted to it.
Double XL. Yeah. Loud puppy.
Storm.
I've been getting money off the music to a pay now. Got the logo PNG, I drop it any day now. Power by Virginia, power by the beat the wave now. Beat the streets, I send it over, they gon' get it played now. I've been getting money off the music to a pay now. Got the logo PNG, I drop it any day now. Power by Virginia, power by the beat the wave now. Beat the streets, I send it over, they gon' get it played now. Making hits, gotta keep it 100, and that's word, it's too legit. Ay, need the photography, we callin' big homie rich. Ay, battle rap kings on Fridays, my homies lit. Ay, all you gotta do is hit up loud and book an hour. Streaming service, 8 months till he booking about an hour. He really working 24/7, the money hours. Somebody lurking, never worry about them cause they drowning. I'm really certain we some big dogs don't carry fleas, nigga, please. Don't run off, say what you mean, talk to me. DJ Nas, what's good, my nigga, what's the fee? Sheesh, I'm really rapping off the yeesh. I've been getting money off the music to a pay now. Got the logo PNG, I drop it any day now. Power by Virginia, power by the beat the wave now. Beat the streets, I send it over, they gon' get it played now. I've been getting money off the music to a pay now. Got the logo PNG, I drop it any day now. Power by Virginia, power by the beat the wave now. Beat the streets, I send it over, they gon' get it played now. It's phenomenal, 3 years in the making. Loud, put that groundwork in, don't mistake it. Every night of every day is no complaining. Lobby posted at the store when it's raining. We was live in the V, we at the loud house. Now it's members only, others they fouled out. From the outside they see, they had to find out. When you come around, the energy is loud now. Oh, we shining over here, oh, that what homie said. See that jealousy, what have you living on the edge? Got the background on some 3D digital for real, and it's really clear, for real. I've been getting money off the music to a pay now. Got the logo PNG, I drop it any day now. Power by Virginia, power by the beat the wave now. Beat the streets, I send it over, they gon' get it played now. I've been getting money off the music to a pay now. Got the logo PNG, I drop it any day now. Power by Virginia, power by the beat the wave now. Beat the streets, I send it over, they gon' get it played now.
What's up to the whole wide world? This is Just Ed with the No Limit podcast.
Yo.
And I got a special guest with, today for everybody. Got my homie, the poet himself.
What's going on? It's
Come on,
King Kai.
there you go, King Kai. Y'all check him out on the gram, on Facebook, everything like that. But we'll get to those details later.
For sure.
Yo, I'm starting to get all the homies on the podcast one by one. Each of them got their own stories, their own goals, but we sharing everything and opinions and shit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah.
So to start off, I ain't gonna lie. Me and another person today, we had a bet
Okay. What was the bet?
of what you was gonna wear. So to start it off like this, so everybody understand, you use a Rico Suave most of the time.
For sure.
Even on some chill events, you always in Dapper Dan, ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But yeah, we thought you was gonna come in here with like a leather coat, the scarf. It's raining outside, so
I'm not gonna lie to you. I most definitely was.
Cause you got the shades on right now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like
I most definitely was. Like I was finna step like per you, but I was like, nah, like let me actually like do streetwear. You feel me? Like
Okay.
let me actually like just chill. Yeah.
first time for everything.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah. So, getting in the facts, getting in what's happened on this week. Now, you do know who Blueface is.
I do.
You know who Krishan Rock is, right?
Yeah, I know that.
We had a little bit of talk and stuff like that last week about the situation, but the situation kind of doubled up in like a week's time. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, he got her pregnant.
Okay, right. I saw that.
So you saw it.
Yeah,
You
I
saw
saw
that
it.
she said,
Yeah.
she pregnant. She keeping it. This like the 4th
Right.
kid,
Right.
3 abortions. She's
Right.
down bad right now.
Yeah, I saw it.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Going to therapy, saying she's pregnant, drinking, everything like that. The typical crazy girlfriend,
Right.
or crazy baby mama.
Right.
So, I want to ask. I already know. I want to see if you're gonna be truthful right now.
Okay.
Have you had the crazy partner? I'm gonna say crazy partner. I ain't gonna say ex or current.
Have I had the crazy partner?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go crazy. Like, I wouldn't go crazy. Like, I wouldn't say like they was like, like being down bad like Krishan and then like that or whatever. But like they was passionate. Like, like.
So you ain't fight no mamas, no daddies?
Nah, I wouldn't swing on nobody. Like, I wouldn't swing on nobody. That was, like I maybe got mushed a couple times, But I mean, like even even me being like honest, being real, like I started the fires, So
Yeah.
it's like I can't be telling nobody like, how to feel when you started. It's like slapping somebody in the face and you telling them and you telling them don't feel like that.
Okay. So you say it was justified. So you made them crazy. It's justified.
I wouldn't necessarily say justification because people ain't like you're not finna prompt. People ain't finna prompt you to do something. Like you always gonna make your own choices. But so like I wouldn't say justification, but understanding because you got to understand how people feel and the reason why people move the way they move.
All right. So let's say you was in that situation though, and you did have a crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
You made it crazy. Now you got to deal with it, right?
Right.
Then she said, she pregnant. This number 3 on the ABs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This the 4th one.
For sure.
4th time the charm.
Mm-hmm.
If you in Blueface shoes, you gonna acknowledge it, or you gonna do the BS to come with it? Like he said she was messing with like 10 dudes.
I mean, so I feel like any kind of like, and I guess he's a celebrity. He's a celebrity. So I feel like any kind of celebrity or whatever, if you have like, income and stuff like that, like coming to you at a grand amount and stuff like that, whatever, you kind of got to be careful with the choices that you make, and you kind of got to be more careful with a lot of the people that you deal with, even if it is a mistake. You got to know like every step of the way, like, hey, like I'm making the best decision that I can make at this time right now.
You was something else right now.
What you mean?
You giving like a brand new version. I'm talking about the old unless you didn't change. I mean, it's 2023. You didn't. It's all about growth. But that don't sound. You know what I'm saying? Is that part of the growth?
Yeah, I mean, like that's part of the growth. It's just being aware. Like,
okay. I'll let you. Yeah, you got it. You got it. We're gonna come back to that one because we gonna bust you in real quick.
What's the come back to? Like, but I mean, I'm just saying, like,
never mind. Anyways. You from Atlanta. You from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
You from Atlanta. And, you seen a bunch of rappers, artists, how they gutter, they street.
For sure.
And stuff like that. Recently, what's his name? What's his name, man? Future.
Okay.
Signed an artist.
Yeah.
Boston Richie.
Okay.
I heard he's from Tallahassee, Florida. We just putting it all, So he comes from, he got a little grip with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Florida boys always got a little grip
For
to him. So recently, he got a bunch of clips, videos of just testifying behind, behind doors. They ain't giving no cigarettes, no McDonald's.
Right.
They ain't get no nothing. He just did it it seemed like he did it for the free. It kind of looked like he was nervous. You know what I'm saying? So my question to you is, rappers nowadays, do you still think that whole gangster card, that G code, do you still think it exists? Since everybody catching pleas, everybody, as long as you tell them the right thing, they gonna say what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Them cheekbones though. Man, you got somebody looking at your cheekbones? Yo, what the hell? Who's ATL shorty? Oh damn, there you go, G. Them cheekbones. She gotta be talking to you because I ain't never heard no shit like that.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, what would you say to that? You know what I'm saying? Because you on growth. You know, somebody talking about your cheekbones and whatnot.
Yeah.
How would you?
What? Say thank
You
you.
just gonna say thank you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He didn't change, man. Ladies and gentlemen, he didn't change, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud. I'm proud of you. I'm proud, cause you know, cause the old you, know what I'm saying. Before you went to a different country, you know, and stuff like that. You know, you would have reacted kind of hard on that. You know what I'm saying?
I reacted hard.
You know what I'm saying? You would have been like, yeah, you know, it's King Colin, you know, hit me up. You know. You was on some educated, like, thank you. I feel it.
You know, like, I feel like, you know, a couple, you know, years back, I mean, I don't feel like we was any different. I mean, like,
always
you
been,
know,
always been about the Lord.
Ooh,
Always.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? Always do the right thing.
Oh man.
I always do the right thing.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So we lie here too. We be lying. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
that ain't.
Right.
Look, that ain't the the issue. We talking about future. We ain't talking about me, my past. You know what I'm saying? we not gonna do that.
Oh, okay. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? We not opening back doors and shit. But yeah, so how do you feel about male rappers nowadays? Like, do you still think that if you from a certain like Memphis or certain parts of Cali, from New York got they got the weird stuff going on with the drill. You listen to drill?
I mean, I be fucking with drill, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You be doing the whole little you know what I'm saying? The little.
I be trying. I ain't gonna lie. I try.
I be feeling bad for their knees. I'm just like, in 6 more years, this shit's over with.
Hey,
Done.
man.
It's like almost like back in the day when they had jerking. Ask anybody who was jerking back in there in the day, like if their knees is good, knees is shot.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah,
So
I guess so.
man. You know,
Be crippled by
leave.
30.
Hey, you had a good time.
Wow.
You had a great time. Yeah.
Okay. So, you said the dudes, they might still have their G code and stuff like that. Female rappers, have you been catching up? Like, have you been keeping up with the female rappers in the game right now?
Okay. Which ones you talking about?
Like, anybody new? Like, what female rappers? If you were to listen to a female rapper right now, and don't say you ain't, cause everybody say they don't, but
Glow, Amaretta, that's about it.
Amaretta, okay, Glow, yeah. Amaretta. So you ain't heard of like I think her name's like Tia Crocaine or something like that. Dude, that sound like Freaky T. I ain't gonna say it, but I'm just saying you gotta look it up. Freaky T. I ain't gonna sing it out here.
I mean, like, hey, whatever.
Nah, we not doing it.
I ain't never heard of it.
Well, you look it up on your own time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
what I'm saying? Loud. If you had the clips, we'll play it, but we ain't doing it right now.
Nah, but I mean, you could just like, you ain't gotta do all that. You could just do that right now.
Nah, yeah.
Like, save everybody the time and just.
I wouldn't even do it to myself like that, but
All right. Well, I mean, hey, wild out.
Speaking of female artists and stuff like that, you said that's your favorite too.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you said earlier, people in the spotlight, so they gotta watch their image and they gotta watch what they say and stuff like that. When it comes to female artists, usually sex sales, so they gotta come out their norm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To handle business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this is the L for the city girls. What's her name? Carisha? That's her name, right? Carisha?
Yeah, Diddy girl.
Yeah, it's like JT or some shit, right? What was another one? Young Miami. That's her name. Young Miami. Yeah. So she like the older guys. Shout out, I guess to her. You know what I'm saying? She hitting up Diddy with his 8 kids and his NFL team and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get to that. So recently she did another I seen that she did a podcast with some other chick, and she was like, "Yo, I like golden showers, like straight R. Kelly type shit."
Right. I saw that.
Yeah. So you put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen no past dudes she was dealing with. We only seen her with Diddy. So she like old niggas peeing on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you get the money nowadays for females? So any females that's watching right now, so y'all would, if somebody was paying a good little amount, let's say $1 million, y'all getting pissed on? That's why I want to know. Well, I'm just saying. This is for the every woman that's probably watching this is going to see this. I want to know: is there a price on your? Is there a price on your image?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, but like, niggas been out here down bad on the regular. Like,
They getting pissed on?
niggas be letting whatever happen. Niggas are dirty ass. Niggas are dirty. All right, niggas are for sure dirty. Like
So
they're some dirty dogs.
So
I wouldn't be surprised what niggas out here doing in the lounge. Like they just be with the shits, man. Niggas be really be with the shits.
Wow. I'm actually kind of scared. That's
no,
wild.
but it's like one female like admit like some wild shit or whatever that a lot of females probably ain't really even fucking with. Like she probably only doing that shit
because she
like,
seen it, she heard about it.
She seen it, or like she trying to like impress the nigga or whatever. But he just like, bitch, I am pissing on you. What makes you think like I'm fucking with you for? Like,
so if you had a so you had the baddest chick, like she fit every image profile. You know, she was smart, educated, y'all having a good time. You know, she telling you about her life and what she wants to do in the next couple years. You know, eventually, couple dates, y'all get intimate. She's just like, yo, I always wanted this one thing. Can you do it for me? She was like, I'll do anything you want after this. Just do this one thing for me. Okay. She'd be like, I want a golden shower. You pissing on a bitch? Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like he's gonna piss, or he's already pissed on one of you hoes, cause he mad quiet. So I
ain't never pissed on nobody nothing like that or whatever. But I mean,
damn.
Right.
It's all right, bro. It's all right. It's therapy, man. You get it all out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't think I would. I don't think I'd be out here pissing on bitches. Like I don't think I would. Like yeah, nah.
I feel like if I feel like if she bold enough to ask me right then and there, then it didn't happen before. Like, you know what I'm saying? She did. You know what I'm saying?
So you pissing?
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit didn't happen to her before.
So
she
you
asked.
pissing?
No. I wouldn't do that.
Why?
I wouldn't do it, man. That's fucked up. Like I couldn't even look at you the same. Like,
no, but
just like Wes was talking earlier. Like if I feel like if you let me piss on you, then we living in Middle East time when you say something wrong, it's just backhand. You know what I'm saying? Like pow. Like that's weird. That's weird to me.
I mean, but that's what you want.
No,
and she give you everything you want.
Nah, I'm good.
So you just gonna put everything behind?
And I'll be petty too. I eat like asparagus or some shit.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
Just be petty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, I had a good day of greens. You know what I'm saying?
Sick.
I'm just saying. It'd be pretty funny. It'll be pretty wild.
Sick.
Going back to Atlanta, man. We're gonna keep talking about Atlanta because my boy King Colin is actually, born and raised in the A. You know, even though he spent his times in the VA, but he's Atlantean. Because you're a Falcons fan too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, y'all trash.
That's okay.
Any other Falcon fans in here? You know what I'm saying? Because you already know who's gonna win the Super Bowl. Eagles, we here to stay. But anyways,
we'll see.
Hey, that's it. That's all right. They'll come back. They'll watch it. Watch it later. That's nasty. I'll punch a nigga in the shit if he try to piss on me.
Piss not pass.
Piss not pass. Damn. I mean,
if he tried to piss on me, then she meant piss not pass.
I mean, I guess so. Well, yeah, man. So, Atlanta news. We got, and I think this is kind of ironic, but it's kind of funny at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We got 21 Savage coming out with another album, in the next, I guess, month or so. But I feel like after that that little Drake collab, he can't come back.
Come back? When he fall off?
I mean, you had TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, AOL, everything. 21, can you do? You know what I'm saying? That's the whole fad.
Yeah. So when did he fall off exactly?
I think after that moment, like you had to take Drake to make your album or a collab album sound good. Like
somebody like you got to do something in order for you to fall off.
And I feel like that's what he did.
No,
I personally. Yeah, like, nah. Okay. So I'm saying it like this. You got a certain reputation. You know what I'm saying? You got a certain reputation. You know what I'm saying?
What is his reputation?
He got the whole, little I'm gang banging, I'm hood type shit like that before he got exposed for being like English and parents being doctors and
Don't
whatnot.
nobody give a fuck about that no
You know what
more.
I'm saying? No, I still.
Don't nobody care. Like
I
he
still
just
look
make
at-
music. Like he just an artist now.
Oh no, you can't just switch up like that.
Niggas do that all the time.
You just can't switch up
Niggas
like
do
that.
literally do that all the time.
And-
why would you still be doing the exact same shit
Oh, I'm just.
once you start making money? You're an artist.
I'm just
Like,
saying. So most of the shit that I've seen him in, like the basketball game, in, he was like, "Man, I'm gonna shoot you, man. I don't play that. I don't play like that." Da, 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 da. And then we seen other interviews, man, I beat somebody ass. Da, da, da. And these all recent compared to the whole Drake album, stuff like that. So you got this reputation like, oh, he's a killer. I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. I'm gonna do da 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 da. Da. And Drake, I feel like he kind of like a culture vulture in a sense. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I feel like he's a culture vulture.
You think he's a culture vulture?
A culture vulture. Same thing with, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it and people ain't gonna like it. But see, that's the thing. A lot of people just be like, "Cause you got a certain skin color, oh yeah, you just, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is."
Yeah.
I feel like he a culture vulture. It's a lot of singles that he got. And I'm just like, yo, you.
But like, what is the culture that he's vulturing on exactly?
I mean, he did the whole drill thing in England. Then he did the whole Jamaican songs like the dance hall, and then he.
But like and you do like, but the thing about it is that people be like really don't be understanding is that they are artists, like, and people be forgetting like what a real artist is. Like, an artist is flexible, like you don't put an artist in a box, like that's how a lot of artists actually be falling off, because you don't move with the times. They want to stay with that one little like vibe, one kind of energy or whatever, and it's like niggas get bored of that. But you know, if you got artists that, you know, are flexible and they go back and forth with everybody, then like they gon' stay up. They gonna stay up. Like,
You gotta understand, these niggas travel the world.
exactly.
They hear all types of music, so they come back and
At
they
the
play music that they hear around the world.
Okay, I get that. You talk about, you know, add to your flavor. Okay, yeah. Longevity with the music. I get it. I get it.
Because after he dropped that last album, Drake was known as a pop artist too. And guess what? Guess what the number one genre of music is?
What?
Pop.
You think so?
It is.
You think so?
Look it up.
I think like country music or something.
Pop.
I feel like opera. is
Number
still a
one
thing.
genre of music in the world.
You sure it's not like Fortnite music?
In the world.
Hmm?
The world.
All right, man. I got you. So y'all believe, you know, he did the right thing or whatnot? Whoop de whoop. I don't think he did the right thing. I'm just saying I don't think his album, this next album, is gonna be as, you know.
Drake called me to do an album, I'd be like, hell yeah. Shit, I don't give a fuck how it makes me look. Like, I'm about to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, he winning.
Okay, all right. So you think it's a come up?
I don't even fuck with 21 Savage like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's winning. Like, I've never seen him. He's always been around, and he's still around. And he just made an album with Drake. Like, he's still up.
Okay, all right. So y'all think he's still up? I mean, one point to y'all, you know.
He's up more than he was before.
Exactly. Like,
Way more.
I don't think he's more exposed as he was. I think he was more out.
He gained his
Yeah, he definitely gained like a new lane avenue. But in the midst, I don't think.
look, Drake just got the Midas touch right now.
Huh?
Drake just got the Midas touch right now. You do.
You think he number one under the sun type shit? Like he's just that dude.
Number one artist.
Okay.
Like,
So bigger than Lil Baby and everything.
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
I always like throwing that in there because I recently seen something that said Lil Wayne's prime versus Lil Baby's current right now, because you know he does like 500K shows and albums of the year and performances out the ass. So I always like doing that comparison.
Yeah.
So no. Okay. All right, y'all got it, man. Y'all got it.
He got a long way to go. I felt a little baby, but he's not on Drake's level.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So how long you think he gonna last? Like,
Baby?
no, Drake.
Oh.
Tell him to do whatever.
When is his call period time? Like, I feel like he might be like another Charlie Wilson. Have you realized like Charlie Wilson has went through errors with bankers, even if it's just one for that error. Like he boom. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that song, "Get to the Yams." I think that shit dope. Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
I feel like y'all ain't hear it. I feel like you heard it, but Wes, man, you gotta listen to it, bro.
Sing it.
Huh?
Sing it.
Nah, I can't do that.
Why you can't do that one?
Nah, cause there ain't no yams in here. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
just,
you know, like you just
Get to the Yams by Charlie Wilson. Y'all look it up.
But how it go?
Nah, I can't do
You
that. I can't do that.
Come on, like why you?
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Like
No. So, again, anyways, next topic. We got the Family Guy issue. Well, we got two issues when it comes to the little cartoon entertainment world. So, Family Guy is getting a lot of backlash for like an episode that came out years ago. I think even before, or it might have been the same time, of Nipsey Hussle's death. I don't know if y'all seen that.
I peeped that.
So, and the joke ain't even like, oh yeah, he did. Yeah, like you know how usually they go in on the jokes, like they really go in on religion, race. They don't really care type shit. But they said it, and now they're trying to cancel Family Guy and Adult Swim over Nipsey Hussle, bro. Like I'm just like, damn, he was big, but he wasn't that big.
So what did they say again? Like what did they say?
Like it was like the scene where Peter he had the pool, Lois had the pool or whatever like that. Everybody had the pool, I guess, or whatever like that. And Chris had came over and was like, yeah, they're about to do two black holograms, Tupac and Nipsey, but I don't know him that much. And that was it. That's all he said. Everybody's like, oh man, this in the legacy. Like, oh damn, fuck Family Guy, fuck Adult Swim, shit like that. Like I feel like some things just you gotta let go.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? A couple years from down the line, it is what it is. And plus they joke on everybody.
They do. Like that'd be the thing. Like
But
and like I'm gonna be real. I didn't listen to Nipsey like that. Like when he died and everybody was like kind of like so took him back from it and everything. Like I wasn't even finna hop on that bandwagon. Like I wasn't even finna be. It was
just like a regular day.
Yeah, like I wasn't even finna be like,
True
oh
shit.
man, like damn Nip, like you was that. I don't even know what you was.
True
like,
shit.
so,
True shit.
Like I ain't even finna gas that shit up.
True shit. So what about how you feel about the Rick and Morty situation? Have you heard about that?
I saw that. Like basically, like one of the co-directors, like
Yeah, because the main dude died. Like I think like the main person who made the show died from like cancer or something like that, or some brain disease or something. And then the co-producer, the ones that does all like Mr. Meese's, Morty's voice and everything like that, bruh, like has a history of like beating his wives. Did you see that shit? Like the last two marriages, they divorced him because he was like beating the shit out of them. But when you look at him, he looked like a fat ginger. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a weird ass dude. And then when you look on the wives, they like big, hefty women. Like what's that? What's that one white lady, that comedian, Tammy something, or she played the movie Tammy. You know what I'm talking about? The real big chick. They were like her size. I'm just like, yo, you getting beat up by like a fat medium dude. You know how weird that look?
hey,
That shit look weird. But anyways, yeah. So a lot of so he got fired for beating his ex-wife his ass. 6 years ago, not current, but in the past. So you think that should be like held accountable for eternity, or should it have like a period?
I mean, I can go like two different ways on this because it's just like,
because I feel like 45% of the male population, I'm gonna say 45, had some type of altercation, whether it was an accident or they meant it or they didn't mean it. Then put their hands on somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? And they make up for it. They get the help. They get the counseling, or they just make sure their life from there on, is just perfect. Like they're doing the right thing. So if they 50 years old, you're gonna be like, yeah, I remember when you beat Sister Carolyn up. You know what I'm saying? You gonna keep Deacon, accountable for that?
right.
That was part of Deacon's past.
Right, and I understand that. And like I just feel like when it comes to those two things or whatever, like I feel like one, yeah, man, like if that shit is true, like with the original owner dying of cancer and the other dude getting fired, you know, because he been beating his wives or whatever. Like, if that's the case or whatever, then cool.
So you cool with him getting fired for it?
Yeah, I'm cool with him getting fired for it. Like, you know, well, nah, I'm not cool with him getting fired for it, because like that's not necessarily like too much of a big thing, because I mean it did happen at a period of time where he was young. Like, I don't feel like he should necessarily be fired. I mean, like, he's been doing good work through all this past time. Like, you know, like, don't fault him for his past, you know?
Yeah. Would you say, and I know this is way off topic, but you said it, and I like the way you said it. So would you, back in the day, a couple years ago when Bill Cosby got accused, you think they should have kept that for him?
Say again?
I said, like, when they try to accuse Bill Cosby and they arrested his ass and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
do you think they should have been like, let bygones be bygones, or listen out what to say, or just say, hey, that shit was 40 years ago?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
So you gonna keep it accountable?
Keeping that man accountable.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because, like, it's one thing, like, you know, like, and it's gonna sound kind of a little bit wild, but not too wild. Because it's like one
Speak
thing.
on, brother.
It's like one thing, like, you know, you have like a history of like domestic violence, like
You just love beating bitches.
like I ain't gonna say love it, but
Yeah,
you know,
I'm saying.
like, you know, like, I mean, it's in this day and age, like, it could be easy to catch a domestic violence charge or whatever. Like, in the state of Virginia, I mean, like, if somebody, like, if you're like trying to get out the house and somebody is like blocking you from like trying to leave the house, that's kidnapping.
Oh, really?
That is kidnapping.
So you can't put them in the trunk no more or nothing?
All right, no.
Oh, all right, cool.
So-
Damn.
So, like, yeah, but that's kidnapping. So it's like, it can be easy for somebody to catch a domestic charge. Like, that's easy for somebody to catch that. You just gotta be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, and it's easy for that. But as for, like, you know, a sexual assault or a sexual, like, you know, suspicions from multiple people, like, come on, like, ain't nobody out here lying about that. Like, and even people that are like that many people pulling up, like, at least one person telling the truth.
Okay. So
At
you
least
think,
one person telling
you
the
think
truth.
1 out of 20, at least 2? No,
Exactly.
Okay.
At least 2 of y'all telling the truth.
All right, I believe it. I got you. So, I got one more from last week, and then we're gonna get to something positive. So, last week, since you sound like you've been ahead on keeping up with the entertainment and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Kai Cenat, you ever heard of? Streamer?
Mm-mm.
Kai Cenat? Never?
Mm-mm.
YouTube streamer?
Mm-mm.
I Show Speed? Aiden Ross? None of them?
Is that the dude that be sitting in his chair, dark skinned dude?
Yeah. With the dreads. I mean, look, I get it. We're going to break you in. I got you.
Okay.
So anyways, he had a situation. You know, he won all these awards recently. He's doing great things for himself. You know, he's saving up money from his own players, buying new equipment, getting in touch with his fans, doing all these shows, made a song with NLE Chopper. Like, living good, right?
Mm.
So he had a moment for New Year's. New Year's was only like 20-something days ago. Him and his buddies, everybody chilling, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We got the IG girls in the building, you know what I'm saying? Having a great ordeal. Everybody drinking, everybody smoking, probably doing other stuff, but we ain't gonna talk about it. But one of the girls get, like, you know, a little too faded. Obviously, she can't drive. So he says, yo, we're gonna call you an Uber in a little bit. Meantime, you go upstairs, go sleep, or whatever. She don't know the house like that.
Right.
So she just find a bed and sleep in it.
Right.
Come to find out, it's one of his homies' bed. Whoop the whoop happened. Wake up in the morning, she's like, yo, he raped me. She goes straight to Instagram. Boom, running. This is what it is. I want to tell my story. I don't want nothing to be fake. Yada, yada, whoop, whoop, whoop. As a homie, how would you... And I asked D'Angelo the same thing, and I liked what he said, so I'm going to ask you, because you one of the homies. As a homie, how would you handle that situation? Like, we turning up like old days.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't popping like they was, you know. They got extra bottles. We got, you know, but we got the regular bottles. You know what I'm saying? Same situation happened. How we handle it? Don't think too hard.
If we like, if somebody like walk up on us.
No, man. I'm saying like if a shorty was over the house and situation, she woke up in the morning. She's like, yeah, your homie raped me in your spot, or he did this to me in your spot. As a homie, how would you handle that situation? Because his homie, and I've been keeping in tune with the whole what's going on. Homie ain't said nothing to defend his situation, his homie situation. Like just like basically, yo, I'm gonna let his legal team handle it. I ain't saying shit.
Okay. Damn. Okay.
Like, dude tried to contact him. He ain't answer the phone. Like, he went solo dolo with the shit, kind of.
Oh, like if you're not communicating, then I can't do nothing.
It's under the rug. Like, you just gonna get him.
Yeah, like
he lived with his grandma in the basement type shit.
Yeah, like not even.
He
get
work
him.
at Burger King every Tuesday, Wednesday type shit. You can let him know.
Not even get him, but like I'm not gonna help you, like because if it's just like it's like because the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna be like, all right, hey, like.
Yeah.
Did you do it? Like,
that's so. You just gonna look, nod your head, be like, really? You
like,
did that shit?
Like, I'm like, hey, like for real, like real deal, like you did that shit?
Okay.
And then like depending on how you answer, like you hit me with a, nah, I ain't do that, like I promise you that, and I'm gonna be like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? And if you hit me, if you look me in my eye and you tell me like no, like I did not do that shit, I'ma rock with you. But like because it's such a sensitive thing, I'm not gonna be like full all the way in because niggas lie every day. Like niggas will lie. Like so I'm not gonna just like trust you, like just because you my dog. Like I'm still gonna like support you. Like I'm still gonna support you. I'm still gonna have your back. But because that's such a sensitive thing, and because like it's looked at that kind of way, like I can understand how somebody could be like backed into a corner to like lie about something like that. I'm
gonna tell you something different. Cause you went the same route, but not the same route. Same route. D-Lo was like, yo, everybody leaving. Before nobody going to sleep, everybody got to find their own ride. Everybody got to get an Uber. Everybody leaving the house. But I like how you broke it down. That was dope. So in this last bit of segment, this is all about you. All right, I'm doing a little special thing for all my homies to put out any type of businesses they got going on, any type of merch brands they got going on. If they a rapper, singer, actor, want to be OnlyFans star, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. I know for a fact that you are, a poet. You do the spoken word. You do a lot of open mics around the whole 757. I've been to a couple. Do you mind showing some of the talent? You know what I'm saying? You already looked the part. You might as well do it. Like, after this show, I got 2 more shows, and it's going to be nothing but entertainers, nothing but rappers, nothing but singers. I already got them locked in. So, this is for the homies. You show your talent. You don't care if you read it off. Go ahead, King Colin. It's like Jeopardy, but we really on TV, like live type shit.
Right.
Like, it's going on YouTube.
Right. I bet. I don't know which one to really do.
Just pick one. Just pick a standard one that you got something that was really meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Show the wordplay a little bit.
Okay. All right, just for the wordplay.
Okay. Yep.
I'll go with a oldie but a goodie. An old love poem. And when go like drug, and this you are my drug, my everlasting addicting passion, Shooting through my veins, you take me high, but I'm not crashing. My ever-present satisfaction. Puff, puff, here we go as you move through my body, mind, and soul. But I can't pass this, you see. I never had this ongoing, overflowing intoxication. This perfect excuse for procrastination. I mean, mind simply racing, losing concentration. Damn.
That was mean, though. I gotta give you props.
No.
I'm sorry, my bad.
It was like losing concentration.
Okay.
Damn. What did you do to me?
Oh, my bad. I fucked the whole poem up. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm fucked up.
They go like, damn. What did you do to me? It's like you take the words in my soul, you make it fluently. You see, you are my medicine, my soul food. I sow seeds to grow you. And my only true desire was to only get to know you. Now I know you. Let me hold you. Let me see what I was missing. Let you moisturize my soul with that cocoa butter kisses. You are my missus. Body shaking. You broke my walls, but now you're breaking through my faults and the me that I was chasing. You got me chasing. I chased the high that's so ascending. I love the feeling. This never ending story goes together like we're blending or pretending. You see, you are my drug, my medicine, my addicting, soul touching, ever loving, breath taker, body shaker, mind eraser, circle pacer. You see, I take a knee and here's a ring. Cause truly you're my everything. Another hit just to keep me up. Cause you are my drug. Yeah,
That's tough. Honestly, bro, I could say I've been listening to your words since 2016. So I can tell you that was pretty dope. Even though I fucked it up, my bad.
I know you straight.
Next time we're gonna get you like a booth where you can just do it like a segment, like like the Jimmy Fallon show when he switches over and just goes straight to the artist and got the band in the back. Give me like a couple months. I got you.
Okay.
But yeah, that shit was dope, bro. So for the people out there that's watching, that's gonna watch, that's soon to listen and stuff like that, where can they find you doing poetry at? What websites can they find you on? Social media platforms?
Forgot.
And I do everything on the spot. Why? Because I want everything to be authentic. I want things to be real. That's why I come on guard. Like, oh, where they gonna find you at? See if you know what I'm saying? See if you take your craft seriously. I know you've been doing it for a couple years, and I know you've been getting better at it. So let the people see it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You bringing words from Italy. You know what I'm saying? You've been across different countries.
For
Use
sure.
that shit.
Okay, but yeah, so y'all can follow me at King Kylan _ KINGKYLEN _
He's real weak, Rico Suave on there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, look, the poem and stuff like that, it came, I was like, yep, he getting into his element. That's the motherfucker I knew. You know what I'm saying? Be in the club. Yeah, baby, let me cook you an omelet and do you well. You know what I'm saying? But, boy, smacked. But tune in next time, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, we got a special guest kind of running the 757 in the R&B lane. Yo, y'all got to tune in to the No Limit podcast. Boom.
Boom.
That was good.
For sure.
I thought you was